Okay. Hi, happy Tuesday. It is not Monday. I've been saying it was Monday all day. And it is 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock here, and I don't know what time zone you're in, but we are so happy that you are here tonight to listen to us share our story, something that I absolutely love to do. I know Laura and Kisa do as well. And so we are so grateful that you are deciding to spend a little time with us this evening. We are going to go through and just share our stories. And then we are going to talk to you about why now is the best time to become a Team Beachbody coach and join our team. So Laura, go ahead and take it away. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. We went all the way to the end.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. It really just makes my night. It's 8 p.m. here on the East Coast. And quite frankly, I'm tired and I was grumpy with my family, if I'm being honest. And getting on this call and seeing these faces like just kind of brought me to life, and a shot of Energize. But but I'm happy to be here. I really want to kind of share with you my journey into coaching, because I did not intend to be a Beachbody coach. I didn't see a path for me to be a Beachbody coach. I didn't have a desire to be a Beachbody coach. This was not on any sort of list of mine. So I kind of want to take you back 6 years ago and share what was going on in my life and how I got to where I am now, where I'm building a thriving team. And this is my absolute passion. So 6 years ago, I had a friend who was a Beachbody coach, and she happened to lose 40 pounds over the course of 6 months. And during this time, we were really, really, really close. We literally talked every single day. And I was doing Weight Watchers. Now, I was like a Weight Watchers like girl. So I had done Weight Watchers like 10 different times or something like that. And so it was like time number 10. It was whatever my last time was. And so while my friend was losing this 40 pounds, I was losing and gaining the same 5 pounds. And I always like to say it's not because of Weight Watchers. It's just mentally that wasn't serving me anymore. And so I finally got to the point where I just told her, I said, I want to do whatever you're doing, because I was sick of looking at myself in the mirror. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I felt overweight, disgusting, just not what I wanted to be. And at this point I believe my daughters were 2 and 5, if I'm remembering right. They're little, right? And I was ready to take back my life. And so it all started that way. And so when she signed me up as a coach, because she was like, well, you're going to want a discount, because I knew I wanted to do more than one program, right? Because I also had my own 40 pounds to lose. And so she signed me up so I'd get the discount on the products. And I literally told her, this is one of my best friends, I'm like, I won't be your friend anymore if you make me coach. Like, don't freaking do that. And so she never did, but she did tell me one thing, and it stuck with me. She said, if you have 3 people who join you on this journey, it will pay for your pack. Essentially, it will pay for your products. And at that point, we were really tight on money. Like, we had a kid in daycare. Daycare around here is insane. I don't know, a couple grand a month or something. We were 2 teachers at that time. And we just didn't have money. And so when she said that to me, I had no intention of coaching. But then like literally the next day, my neighbor came over and she's like, I'm going to buy some of that Shakeology off your friend Julie. And I'm like, well, no, you're not. You're going to buy that Shakeology off of me because I can sell you that. And so at that point I was like, well, if I just get a couple more people to join me, I will have my products paid for. And so I put something on my Facebook. I said, hey, who wants to do a 21-day program with me? This is before I was a coach. So I was just a regular old person trying to lose weight. And I had a couple people say they were interested in joining me. And so that's where it started. That's where coaching started for me. So it honestly, on some level, came from a selfish, I wanted my products paid for position. But what was interesting about all that, because it wasn't intentional, but what was interesting about that journey is that when I asked people to join me, it made me feel like I had an obligation to see it through, because I had people who were looking to me to be a leader. I had people who were looking at me and saying, oh, I can do this because she's doing this. And so it made me show up for myself. I was never an athlete. I was never a worker outer. I always joke, I was on a drinking kickball team in my 20s, and I joined the track team for one day in middle school till I realized you had to run. And I'm like, well, I'm out. This is not for me. So, so this idea of fitness was very, very foreign to me, right? But I showed up because I put myself in this position where I knew others were counting on me. And that has been something throughout my whole life. And I feel like women in general, that's really our jam, right? Like our jam is to help others, to serve others. And that really put me in a position to find success. And so over the next 6 months, I actually repeated what my friend Julie did, which is kind of weird when I read it, but I also lost 40 pounds over the course of 6 months. But the bigger thing is that I started really realizing how much I enjoyed it, how much fun I was having. I was in the throes of young kids changing diapers, not getting good night's sleep, although that's another story with me. And just where you are giving of yourself all freaking day. I'm also a teacher. I'm also a wife, giving all day long. And even though in the coaching position, I was giving of myself, it was filling my cup. And it was something for me that gave me tremendous joy. And so that's why I kept at it. I will tell you, and I already kind of mentioned it, but our budget was very tight, and we would do grocery budgets where we had $200 a month for groceries for a family. So when I'm talking tight, I'm talking extremely tight. We used to drive an hour to go to a Walmart to get cheap groceries because there wasn't one here. And so the idea of me spending this money on myself, it literally wasn't in our budget for me to consistently do. And so because I was able to supplement our income in our house, I was able to fuel myself and to achieve this as I was helping others. And so it really has just been this journey where it kind of all came together for me. And after I started, I just couldn't stop. When you join our team, you'll hear stories over the years. My story is one with many twists and turns as a coach. And eventually I found Kelly, and we really made something special here with our team. But the biggest thing that really got me into coaching was just that ability to continue to just serve others while serving myself. I'm actually done, just saying. All right, Kisa.
It's my turn. Okay, hi. So I am Kisa. I've been a Beachbody coach for, I can say 4 years now. So just so you know a little bit about me, when I decided to coach, is what I did. I was on this I was your yo-yo exerciser. So I'd join a gym, I'd go for a little while, and then, I'd just pay for a gym membership that I was never using. And when I decided to start coaching, I had seen this new program that was coming out called 80-Day Obsession. And I was like, that's it. This is my year. I'm going to be the healthiest I have ever been. And mind you, I used to say this every single year. So I reached out. I did a bunch of research. So just so you know, I'm a paralegal. I'm a researcher at heart. And so I did a ton of research on it. And I knew that if I signed up as a coach, I was going to get a 25% discount on the product, which I'm also cheap. So I knew I was also going to sign up as a coach right away, but I was kind of curious about this coaching thing. And at the time, just so you kind of know what my life was at the time when I signed up, I was a mama and bonus mom of 3 very active teenagers. I was what my friends like to call the PTA mom. So I was the one that was at school board meetings, at all the extracurricular events. Like, I was that super active mom. And I also worked full time. I still do work full time as a paralegal. And at the time, I had at least a 1-hour commute to and from work. And that was on a good day of traffic. So I spent more time away from home than at home. I was also in a stage where I knew that my kids were going to be leaving the nest in the near future. And I remember my husband kind of going, like, what are you going to do when the kids leave? And I had like zero clue. Like, my kids had been my life. And so this coaching kind of was intriguing me, like, what is this thing? So I slid into Kelly's Facebook Messenger. She had no idea who I was. I was like, hey, I know your husband. And I had actually worked with her husband because her husband's an attorney. And so I was like, I want to know more about this coaching thing. So we met for brunch. She bribed me to become a coach. She didn't bribe me, but she gave me a bunch of goodies that I wasn't quite expecting. But she chatted coaching with me, and she was open and honest. And I said 2 things. Fine, but I'm not selling anything, and I don't do social media. Those are the 2 things I told her. And so she was like, all right, we'll see how this works out. So here I am 4 years later. What I have gained from coaching is more than I had ever expected. When I started coaching, I didn't have an Instagram. It wasn't there. Like, it was non-existent. My Facebook, I did not post much on it. I was very private what I shared on social media. And so I have grown very much in that aspect, in the sense that by me sharing my journey, I have found so many amazing women that have come into my life, and I've built so many amazing friendships that I would never had I not leaned into the coaching opportunity at the same time I was starting my health and fitness journey. So it has provided me an opportunity to, like, I've traveled the world. I can say that, like, I have gone on my first cruise because of this opportunity. I have left the country because of this opportunity. I have traveled all over the US because of this opportunity. And it has allowed me to supplement my full-time income and allowed me to build savings. It has allowed me to pay off debt. And more recently, I'll just share a little. I moved from Portland, Oregon to a tiny little town in Wyoming. And when I made that move, I took a very substantial cut in my salary to make that move, to make that happen. And this opportunity has allowed me to supplement that cut. So I will put in, because I'm the legal lady, that Beachbody does not guarantee any certain level of success or income. It is all based on your skill, your determination, all the things. So we can't guarantee anything, but you can put in the hard work and you can create income from this opportunity. So I think that's it. I think I'll stop there.
Oh my gosh, you guys are doing so amazing. Now, let's see if I can keep it short and sweet. Because I'm the OG. I'm the OG coach. I've been around longer than, not on this earth, but as a coach, longer than anybody on this call and presenting tonight. And I'm going to be really, really honest that I came into coaching to earn an income. Like, so back in February 2014, my life looked very, very different than it does today. At February of 2014, I was a single mom living in a 2-bedroom apartment. I couldn't afford the gym. So I had to cancel my gym membership because I also had in 2014, she would have been 2.5-year-old daughter. And so I couldn't afford the gym membership plus the daycare membership. I split, I was divorced, obviously a single mom, split custody with my daughter's dad. And it was really hard for me to go to work. I was a full-time high school counselor, and it was really hard for me to go to work all day, pick her up from daycare, take her straight to the gym, because I had to go straight from work or it wasn't going to happen, put her in the daycare there, literally go into a class. So I got the courage to actually go to a workout class. And then they would literally come from the daycare and go, she pooped her pants, she's freaking out, you're going to have to come. And it was literally, it wasn't worth it. And so I was like, this isn't working. So I quit my gym membership. And I was like, I'm going to work out at the gym in the apartment complex. Famous last words. And so I think I lived in the apartment like 2 or 3 years. I think I probably worked out in the gym twice. Because again, in that apartment complex, if I had my kid, couldn't take her with me to the gym. Not like there was babysitters and I'm not going to let her crawl around or walk around in the gym by herself. And so it just wasn't working for me. I knew I had always been somebody who worked out. Sadly, I worked out because I needed to be skinny. I had to be attractive. I had very, very low self-esteem, which was perpetuated by the men that I chose to have in my life, including my ex-husband, not my current husband. And so I was somebody who worked out consistently 5 or 6 days a week before I had my kid. Even after my daughter, I was like, I have to get my, pre-baby body back and all this stuff. But not for the reasons that I do now and the things that I share and teach to women and to moms about health and taking care of yourself and being your number one priority. But I went into coaching, or I found coaching when I went searching for a way to earn a second stream of income, because my full-time income just wasn't enough. There was never enough money at the end of the month. And I didn't want to go out and find a job at Starbucks or Target or something where I could get a part-time job, because to me, splitting custody with my daughter and not being in control of what my work schedule would be at Starbucks or Target or anywhere else, I'm not going to go pay for a daycare or a babysitter to take care of my kid when I already have limited time and I'm trying to earn an income. So at the time, there were a lot of other ways you could earn an income from home or doing something on the side, but I really couldn't get behind personally anything that I didn't have belief in or true passion for. And so I knew that everybody needed health and wellness, whether I knew how to go about it or what being truly healthy looks like or sounds like or acts like. But I knew everybody needed to work out. I knew everybody needed to eat better. And so my boyfriend at the time, who's now my husband, his best friends were Beachbody coaches. I had done Insanity. I had done P90X. I bootlegged copies of the DVDs like way back when. And actually I never bought it like from the infomercials, never did the nutrition plans, never did. So I knew kind of about this company. I knew about this thing called Shakeology. Again, at the time, I thought, if I just drink Shakeology for every meal every day, I will lose 20 pounds. Not what Shakeology is for. Let's just say that. But that's what I thought at the time. If I just liquid food, yeah, that's not going to work. And so I knew a little bit about it. I I joined a challenge group, like maybe many of you have been in one of our challenge groups or accountability groups, and started with P90X3 when it came out in 2014, obviously. So I started my first challenge group with my boyfriend at the time, now my husband's best friend, as my coach. P90X3, got in this challenge group. About 6 weeks in, I went on a ski weekend with this couple who are full-time Beachbody coaches. And I overheard her having a conversation. I didn't really know about the coaching opportunity yet, or that I could really earn an income. And I heard her talking to somebody on the phone about income, about what she was doing, about, talking to her challengers and doing things. And I just kind of listened the whole weekend and saw that, she was working, but she was also on vacation. She was, loving what she was doing. It didn't seem like work, and she would just do it and kind of go back to, drinking and dancing in the kitchen with me. I was like, wait, she can drink and she can be a health coach and what? And so anyway, I left that trip and I went home and I was like, what if I gave this a shot? Like, what if I decided to sign up as a coach? I talked to people about living a healthy life and seeing what I could do with this. I had zero, I think Laura talked about, like, I had zero. I mean, I wanted to coach, I wanted to earn an income, but I literally wanted to make a few $100s a month. I just wanted to be able to go get my nails done. I wanted to be able to go on coffee dates or happy hours with my girlfriends and not feel like I had to say no because I didn't have any money, or that they were going to feel like they had to pay for me as the single mom, you know? And so I did go into this to earn an income, but I didn't think in any stretch of the matter that I would not only find the most amazing human beings I ever didn't know I needed in my life, this community of women, but I found a passion and a purpose that I didn't know I also needed and was made for. So I started coaching and I got right in. I earned money almost immediately. Insert income disclaimer, because I started talking about it. I was doing the programs. I was not following the nutrition plans yet, but I was doing the programs. I truly believed in Beachbody and the programs and everything that they were doing and talking about. And so it wasn't hard for me to go out and talk to people. The hard part for me was when I had to figure out how to believe in myself to be a leader as a Team Beachbody coach. I had no issue getting people to do the programs and do the products and all the things, but I didn't know that I could be a leader. I didn't know that I could create a team and I could inspire other people, not only to change their life physically, mentally, but also financially and communitally. My biggest thing, I'm just making up words tonight. My biggest thing as a coach was I wanted to create a culture of a team and a community for women to come together and support each other. In my past life, I would call it my past life, when I was with my ex-husband, I didn't have a lot of girlfriends. The only girlfriends that I had at the time were wives or girlfriends of his group of friends. They were some of the most catty, judgmental, like all the words that you would think of women in their 20s. And it was a very, very lonely place to be. Like, I never wanted to go hang out with those people because I felt less than. I always felt overweight. Like I always, and it was just an awful place to be. And so when I started coaching, yes, I wanted to earn an income, but the thing that I wanted to build so strongly was this community of supportive, positive women wanting everyone to win. And so over the last 8 years, not only have I become the happiest and healthiest I've ever been in my entire life, and that does not mean weigh the less or the skinniest or whatever you want to call it. I believe that we have cultivated a culture of crazy, amazing women that literally only want to see others win. And it's crazy. And because of that, I was able to resign myself from my position as a school counselor last June to be a full-time Beachbody coach, because my passion and my purpose is so great. And I know that there is so much more for each and every one of us. Whatever that is for you, whatever that you desire, you can have. It is within your grasp. If you have not only eventually the belief in yourself, but you have a community and support system around you that breathes that belief into you and supports you along that journey. I would not be here sitting in this office and in the marriage that I have and the relationships that I have and the position, the job that I have, without the women on my team, without the customers and the people that have supported me the last 8 years. This is truly a we thing. And we come on here and we share our individual stories, but our individual stories are so intertwined, because I would not be the person I am without Kisa and Laura. and knowing them and them coming into my life as complete perfect strangers, weirdos. I mean, I'm about to come out and kick Kisa when she said, "I know your husband." I said, "Excuse me, what? What? You know my what?" Anyway, and so I'm gonna try to stop talking because I could go on forever. But what I love about coaching is you don't have to know what, when you sign up, what you want from it. You heard Laura say she wanted a discount. She wanted to pay for her product. She literally never said she was never going to coach. Kisa just she wanted the discount. She wanted the accountability. Now, 4 years later, she's still here and she's building a thriving business and a thriving team. Like, you don't have to know what it is when you sign up. You may be signing up or joining us because of the community, because you want a discount, because you want the accountability, because you want to freaking fire your boss and live life on your terms. Sky is the limit. No, sky is not the limit. It's the view. It's the view. Jennifer Jacobs, job one. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to turn it over to Laura, and she's going to share with you why now might be the best time for you to get started.
And of course, in true Laura style, I did think of something else I just want to share, which I feel like Kelly kind of shared it anyways, but just so many people look at us, and the three of us speaking tonight are experienced coaches. And so many people look at us and they're like, "Oh, I couldn't do that," or whatever. Well, we couldn't do it either when we started. But here's the deal, back on my slide, which you don't have to go back to it, but one of them said CEO of the Mom Scouts. Like, I started a mom's organization where we go out and we do fun things together, and we have that bag that you see in that picture. Laura 6 years ago wouldn't have started the Mom Scouts because Laura 6 years ago didn't really know how cool I was. If you want to know the truth, like, I'm freaking really cool. If you get to know me, you'll really like me. But I didn't know that. I had so much self-doubt inside of me that I did not know existed. I thought I was good. It turns out these years of investing in me have made me flourish in ways that have nothing to do, Becky, that have nothing to do with Beachbody at all. I'm more confident at work. I'm more confident in my marriage. I'm more confident as a mom. I'm more confident with other women. And so the thing that this business will bring you can't name in the beginning. It's a journey you have to take, and you have to go on to discover where it will take you. And that might be one of my very favorite parts of this journey. So I now will tell you, I couldn't hold back from saying that. So obviously, if you're on this call, someone invited you because they believe that you would be an amazing person to do this with. They want to have you with them on this journey. And what an amazing compliment that is. And that alone is enough. That was all it took for me to say yes initially, right? I just wanted to do it with my friend. So you're here by invitation, this event. However, you may not know some things about Beachbody that we actually do that can kind of help you unpack why this would be an amazing time to join our team. I first want to start with the fact, and you heard this in the story, we've been a team established for years, which means that we have a lot of things in place, both in terms of people who know what they're doing and know how to help and support you, but also resources and structures that also can help you. Anyone who's done any business like this before knows that is the make or break to your success, is a lot of what's in place to support you. And this is one of the most supportive teams I have ever known of when I've talked to other teams of Beachbody coaches. So what we offer people is convenience. So in terms of our products, in terms of, Shakeology is such a great dense nutrition shake, can help so many people with digestion issues, but also can help people who are busy and just need something fast at breakfast fast, or moms who are overwhelmed. But it can be a good starting place for people. So the actual products that we have are really great. The fitness, the fact that you can stay in your home solves a lot of people's issues. And, a lot of times you hear it with moms, right? And the gym, like Kelly was talking about. In the last 2 years, we've heard it about COVID, people worried about COVID. We even see like Lori, who's on the call, she even like does RV living and will do it on the road. There's like people who travel. So it's not just like whatever way that you are seeing Beachbody right now, it's just so diverse that you start to find that it really has a solution for everybody. This month, there's something really cool. We have $20 off promo codes that are like unique to you. Like my promo code is like Laura Feb 20, like, but it's mine. I can like personally give this code out to as many people as I want, who I get to help start their journey. And that's really, really cool, because you can gift people in your life who you want to see do this with you. It's fun to have your family, your friends hop on board with you. You get a chance to authentically share your journey. So many people, when they start, they always think they need to have results before they can coach. It's like the biggest mistake you can ever make. Do you know who people like to be coached by? People who like Oreos. That's what they like. That people love to be coached by people who still like Oreos and Doritos and drinking some beer. If any of you follow me, you'll know. 6 years in, I still like Oreos, Doritos, and beer. And people seem to really like it when I talk about that. So you don't need to be at some end. You need to be authentic and tell what's really going on. That's all people really want. There is a mentorship program our team has begun that is beginning next week, the next mentorship program, and we have room for you. So if you sign up today, tomorrow, your coach will get you into that mentorship. It starts next Tuesday, and it's literally a 4-week program called Project One, where we're going to go one step at a time to create an environment where you can really feel confident about the steps you're taking and know that you are building something that you can be excited about. And then the other thing is, I got to tell you, February is a really magical, and people don't really talk about this that much, but it's the time of year where people have ended their New Year's resolutions, right? Because statistically, I think it's 85% of New Year's resolutions fail by January 15th. And so people spend the second half of January like in the like, screw it, I give up, but the truth of the matter is they do want to do something with their health. Most people I know want to make some changes, and you're there at a perfect time when people are ready to say, okay, what I did in January didn't work. Let me try this with you. And so it's really, really, really such a great time. The last thing I wanted to say is the picture on there with the resources. The program we released in December, if you aren't familiar with it, is called Job One. And it's one of our most perfect programs, I feel like, for someone just starting into fitness, because it's 5 days a week, 20 minutes a day. And the one thing I've noticed is like everyone's life is so busy that they have a hard time figuring out how to get the fitness in. And this kind of eliminates that and says, no, I got you. Let's start here. This is doable. Let's go. And so it's really just an amazing time. As someone who's been in Beachbody for years, I'm really excited about what we have to offer in the month of February 2022, and it just keeps getting better.
Awesome. So we do want to open it up for questions. what's that saying? I'm not just a client, I'm a client too with the Rogaine, so we actually we're not just coaches. What, Laurie? I'm not only something, I'm a client too, or whatever.
Yes, Lori.
How would anybody know about their promo code? How do you find that out?
You'll
What your
actually
promo
get,
code is?
You got
You'll
to
get an
email, girl.
email.
We'll answer that question later. You got to email. we new coach questions. Are there any questions from people that are oh, let me check the chat.
I'll just, while you're checking the chat, I will add, in case you didn't see in the chat, I went Beachbody literally not only, when Laura was talking about what it has for fitness, I truly believe it has what we call the total solution, because you are getting nutrition, you are getting workouts, you are getting supplements, and the best part is the community. And I firmly believe that because of the community that we build, we are able to help people get results and give them.
To stop scratching.
Oh, sorry. That's my pop. I don't have any more kids in the house, so that's my other kid. And so I'm testament to this, because I went from yo-yo exerciser to I've consistently taken care of my health for the past 4 years without fail. So, did you see any questions, Kelly?
Mm-mm.
I had one.
Oh yeah, go for it, Danny.
So what Lori and Kelly kind of noticed about me, and I know that there are a few other, if you hear like noises in the background, it's my son. He's only 5 months old, so he just like says whatever he wants. So I'm one of those like researcher types too. And what do you say, or like, how do you explain to people that are just like, I don't like pyramid schemes? Like, what do you say to that?
I say we don't either.
Yeah, I mean,
because this isn't a pyramid scheme is something where somebody is promised to earn an income without doing anything. So if you're saying you're going to earn tons of bonuses and you're going to earn you don't have to do anything. You just, invite people. They don't have to do anything. Like, that's not, like we said with the income disclaimer, you have to work. Like, this is a business just like anything. And your income level is based on your effort. Just like in your health and wellness journey, your health is affected by how you change your nutrition, how you move your body, how you sleep, how you drink water, whatever. Like, it's the same thing. Like, you will not be successful as a coach if you just sit and do nothing, and you will not earn an income. And so that is essentially, and we wouldn't be around anymore if it was a scheme.
So yeah, and I'll add to that. One, pyramid schemes are illegal.
Right.
Beachbody's been around for, I don't know, somebody correct me, 20 years. So that's the first thing I tell people if they think it's if they think it's a pyramid scheme. We are what's considered essentially a multi-level marketing company. And I will be very frank and upfront that this is not a get rich quick business opportunity. This is very much, you must put in the work and you must show up to create an income from this. And I'm not going to tell you that like you're going to go from $0 to $5,000 a month. It does take work. And the other thing I like to explain to people when they question whether or not it's a pyramid scheme, besides pointing out that those are illegal, is that if you look at any single company, every single company is built with a CEO on top and a bunch of worker bees below. And so what's amazing about this opportunity is that it does not matter when you come in to this business, because you can literally be the number one coach in the market. And so you have unlimited capacity to build as much income as you want. And in fact, I was just at a new leadership conference where they like the CEO of Beachbody was there and advised that nobody has maxed out this compensation plan. So so if you think of it, I have more likelihood of getting to the top of this company and being the #1 coach than I do of being the CEO of Nike. So, and if you just think about it that way, every single business is built with somebody on top and people below. So, and the other thing I will say is like those people, you can present the information, but you don't have to argue with them.
Awesome.
Does that help?
Yeah, I was sorry, I was waiting for him to stop, crying. Yeah, that makes sense. Just because I just like know the people I know, if that makes sense. And they're all, kind of like, not like living skeptics, but they question, like, oh, are you sure? Like, validity of everything. Cause yeah, but yeah, I like the way that you guys explained it, because I mean I knew like it wasn't like that, but I just was thinking of ways like how to address that if someone were to talk to me about it, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Any other questions? That was a great question, because that is an objection that people get. Absolutely.
I just want to we're on some financial things. I do want to throw out one thing. I'm a teacher. I don't know what everyone on this call is, but in my role, I have no control over what I make. So as a teacher, they take your years of experience as teaching and your education level, and then they like line it up, and that's what you make. So it's never been based on if I'm a good teacher or bad teacher. It's not based on anything other than those two factors. And I have really thrived and enjoyed having something that I can build where I can see rewards, both monetarily, but also in personal growth, like honestly, in both ways as a result of my work. And so I will just throw that out there. It's an unexpected blessing to me that I've really, really enjoyed being in this role for.
I agree. Because as a former educator and somebody who could literally be the best counselor in the district or the worst counselor in the district, you would get paid the same exact amount of income. And so it can be really defeating. And I'm sure there's a lot of jobs like that, where somebody that's been around longer gets paid more, even if they are doing less work. And so it was the same thing for me after, being in that position where I earned off based on my efforts and what I was willing to do and the work that I was willing to put in. So, which is the same with your health and wellness journey. Crazy how they correlate. But we do have to get wrapped up because I do have another call on the same Zoom link in a few minutes. So again, if you do have any follow-up questions or you think about things or you just want to chat one-on-one with the person that invited you to this call, please do not hesitate to reach out. We are open books. You can even reach out to one of the three of us that presented tonight, even if we're not the person that invited you. Again, we all work as a team. And we're not trying to hide anything like this. We want you to go into this decision with as much information as you possibly can in terms of feeling confident in your decision. So with that being said, I want to say good night, and hopefully we'll see you on a team call. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
I gotta go pee. Oh, I gotta stop recording. Oh, shoot, I said that before I stopped recording.